Hello, I'm Sean Smith, and you're watching Geek Talk News. Yesterday, we got some news about some new San Diego Comic Con items. Well, not yesterday, the day before, on Wednesday, of some Hasbro exclusives. Now, I've already talked about some of the stuff coming from Mattel, namely the Batman figures for the DC UC figures, and it's going to be based on the Adam West Batman. Well, there are a few other, sorry about that, there are a few little other things that I wanted to show you, namely some of the new Hasbro exclusives. Now, last year, one of the Hasbro exclusives was an actual beloved character created by the My Little Pony fans. He was seen in the background, and a lot of people called him Durfy Hooves, or Derpy Hooves. Now, they changed the character's name, so just want to show you the new item they're showing up for grabs for you My Little Pony fans that I don't have. Oh, here it is. And it's this. This is DJ Pony. He's one of the exclusive Hasbro items at San Diego Comic Con this year, and as you can see, he's a DJ. Now, what's really cool, there's a lot of glitter detail and a lot of really nice actual detail for that. I'm not a My Little Pony fan, but I actually like this little guy. It's pretty nice. Am I saying I'm a brony? No, never. Not touching it. But I do like that. I have a little great niece that if I could get that, I'd get it for her. Next up, for your 80s nostalgic people, there was a little show called Jem and the Holograms. Well, they're having a Jem and the Holograms Glitter is Gold edition Jem figure, and this is it here. Now, it shows with two different styles, because in the show, Jem actually would transform from her alter ego, which Jane Baxter, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, because I never watched the show much. But there it is, an exclusive, really nice looking figure. Great idea. Now, for a little bit of the Marvel fans, they're releasing a Marvel's Thunderbolt set. Well, let me give you an idea. That's what the front of the box looks like, and these are the figures you're getting, and they are Judith Chambers, Ghost, Crossbone, Luke Cage, and Moonstar. Really nice looking figures. Now, those are the Marvel Legend, not Marvel Legends, Marvel figures that you're going to get this year. Really nice. I mean, great set. Now, there's one last exclusive I want to share with you, and it's one that's close to my heart because it's part of my fandom. I am a huge Transformers and G.I. Joe fan, and they're not disappointing. 2011, we got the Starscream G.I. Joe crossover, which was Cobra Commander, a small little Megatron gun form, and a Sky Striker detailed to look like Starscream. Last year, we got a Shockwave tank, which was the G.I. Joe Retaliation HISS tank, decoed to look like Starscream. In that, you got two exclusive figures, which were a Cobra Bat that was called Constructicon Bat because it was painted to look like the Constructicons, as well as a Destro figure. Also, you got a transformed Soundwave in cassette mode with other cassettes. Well, they topped it this year, and this year's set will be really cool. Well, let me just give you an exclusive look at the box. There you have it, the Transformer crossover box. Not much there you can tell. Are we getting one or two vehicles? Well, we're actually getting two vehicles, and they're Autobots this time. Let's start with the vehicles itself. This is a mold of the G.I. Joe Vamp Jeep, and it is Hound. Really nice look there. I like that look. It's one of the figures closely resembling to Hound from the G1 that I could see, because you really can't do an Oil Striker. Now, what you could have done is maybe put the Oil Striker gun on top of that, but that's just nitpicking for me, because the gun on top of the, well, a lot of people call it the AWL Striker, that gun resembles to what was on the back of Hound in his G1, but that's just one little nitpick I can give. Not much more. Let's move on. The next one you're getting is a redeco Sky Striker to resemble Jetfire. Now, what's really cool about this, now the G1 Jetfire was actually a mold from the Robotech Macross series of their jets from that show. Now, what's really cool about this, those were F-14 Tomcats, I believe. And the Sky Striker is also an F-14, or is it either F-14 or F-15 Tomcat as well. So, for a lot of people would get this for two reasons. A, it is a non-transforming Jetfire that really looks fantastic. And also for the Robotech fans, it looks just like one of the Macross figures. Planes that won't transform, but still, it looks beautiful to me. Now, let's talk about the other things that come in this box set for the San Diego Comic-Con, and the other thing being this: we're getting Blaster. It's a remold of the Soundwave, because you can tell by the multiple. They had to do a little changes here and there, but it's basically the redone Soundwave of Blaster. Including it is his three of his four cassettes. And me being a owner of a G1 reissue Blaster, the blue one is Rewind, the yellow one is Steeljaw, and the orange one is Ramhorn. I like it. Who wouldn't want to get like Duke walking around carrying it, or Flint carrying around a Blaster? Looks cool. Or get a generic figure, post them with a Generations tracks, and remake your favorite scene from that G1 episode. Just shout out to my friends. I love you, Raul. Now, let's talk about the figures themselves you get with them. You actually get 3 figures. Well, technically 4 if you count one of the things I'm going to show you. Let's talk about the G.I. Joe figure that you get. Now, the other one, the past sets, they've only been Cobra figures. This time we're getting our first Joe, and that would be Snake Eyes. I like this look because it's based on the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover comic. That's how he was done in the comic, and I really like this figure. It's a fantastic looking figure, making me want this set, but unfortunately I'm not going to Comic-Con this year. So that's your only Joe you're getting. Well, let's talk about the other figures you're getting. You're getting a Baroness figure, and a lot of people will like what you see here. The Baroness Walking Ravage. Now, this is a scene straight out of the comic that was also done as a statue. I am digging this. So not only are you getting the Baroness, you're getting a little Ravage. I can't really tell from the photos if he's completely posable or if he's just in a static pose. If he's completely posable, Hasbro, take my money now. I would kill for this set. It is a fantastic looking representation of this character. Phenomenal. Down to the chain of the Baroness holding. That's the Cobra figure. Now, I said 3 or 4, 4th counting Ravage. Now, this next figure in this set is not a G.I. Joe or Cobra. It's a Decepticon. A non-transforming Decepticon, but I think you would like it. Now, he got it released earlier this year, or last year, with the Hunted for Decepticon line, or around that, of a certain tank that was a pretender. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Bludgeoned. That's right, a G.I. Joe articulated Bludgeon figure. I like it. Not only is it a samurai figure that looks detail-wise phenomenal, and a lot of people got to understand some of these pictures have been photoshopped to make them look their best. But I absolutely love this figure. If I could get this thing secondhand, I'd get it just this Bludgeon figure. It's a fantastic figure. Now, if you don't know who Bludgeon is, look up in some of the old IDW or Dreamwave comics, and you can find out who Bludgeon was. He was a pretender that would transform, and his pretender was a tank. But his shell was that of a samurai with a skeleton face. How metal is that? So, these are some of the exclusives you're getting from the San Diego Comic-Con this year, 2013, held in San Diego, California. If you didn't know that, then you didn't know what the SDCC stands for. I'm Sean Smith, and this has been Geek Talk News. So in the comments below, tell me what you think of these figures. Would you spend money on them? Would you go out and get them? Just let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. This has been Geek Talk News, and I've been Sean Smith.